What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in again. As promised last week, I'm doing a large review right now. I've owned this truck for 65,500 miles now, and almost 3 years. I bought it at the end of 2021, brand new, so they're all my miles. And I'm gonna try to help answer the question of, are these good trucks? Are they reliable? Are they worth the money? What help you know if this is the right truck for you guys, or maybe a different truck's better for you. So before I dive into the review, I even made some notes this time, so hopefully I won't ramble too bad. I have a build out coming on the truck. I have some 37 by 12.5 on 17s coming. I will reveal which type of tire. They are ordered already, but I'll save that for the surprise. I've been talking to some people about some rims for like a sponsorship for some wheels, as well as for some different leveling kits. So I have my fingers crossed that those manufacturers will help the channel out a little bit, because I want to go way in depth into like backspacing and offset and clearance and rubbing and kind of what it takes to do like a moderate build out on these trucks to get some proper size tires on them, as well as some suspension options that are actually like probably the best middle ground that I've ever thought about, as far as getting lift while maintaining towing capability, and that kind of a thing. So that's coming soon. So subscribe, like, hit the notification button so you can kind of watch the build out happening to give you all some ideas for your own trucks. And without further ado, I'll just slowly walk around as I tell you guys about this truck a little bit. So let's start off with reliability first. Then I'll go into what I've liked about it, and what I haven't liked about it while owning this truck. So reliability wise, there has been 4 recalls while I've owned it, and I may have missed some, but there's been a recall on the transmission dipstick. Sometimes they would build up pressure, they would leak and catch on fire because it would drip onto the engine. So I had that recall done. There's also a recall on the heater grid relay bolt. The bolt would work itself loose, fall down into the motor, get smashed up in the pistons and ruin the engine, ruin the motor. So I had that recall done. There's also been a recall back here on the tailgate latches. Sometimes they came misaligned from the factory and they just randomly open while you're driving. And so I had that checked out. I never had a problem with it, but they did a check and made sure that it was good to go. So if you're looking to buy one of these trucks, see if that was done or not, and if not, take it in and make sure that bolt, that tailgate latch is lined up, because that could be bad, obviously. And lastly, there's a recall on the PCMs on these things. Ironically, my truck was not affected by the recall. However, I had a bad PCM, and in fact, my truck was one of the guinea pigs to know how to fix the problem, because when my PCM went out, I had about 12,000 miles on the truck, and I was like coming back from Lake Powell, towing a boat, and my truck wouldn't start for about an hour. Then it would start, and every light on the dash came on sequentially, and the DEF light stayed on. So I thought it was part of it was a DEF issue for a long time, until it was traced back to the PCM. It was in the shop for about 8 weeks. Was going through a lemon law process on it at one point in time, because I didn't know when it'd come back. It was so slow, because it wasn't just the PCM's bad, here's a new one. It was like, how is it bad? I looked at the notes, and there's some videos on this too if you want to look back in the channel. But okay, touch this pin to that pin, what is the ohms reading? Okay, now this pin to that pin, now this pin to that pin, to find out where it was bad. So for my truck, it took forever to fix, but they did give me a cash settlement, so I didn't go through with the lemon law. But they said, hey, sorry, that was a pain in the butt, here's some money for your time. Grateful for that, and it's been working great ever since. So other than that issue, it's been a very reliable truck. I'm still on the original brakes, and I know they're beyond halfway worn down. A shop told me that, I don't know, 15,000 miles ago, but still on the original brakes. I've been through 4 fuel filters. Those get changed out every 15,000 miles, and it's about around $500 each time to get them changed out. So right now it's under warranty. I just have the dealership do it, and then I'll learn to do it on my own once I'm out of warranty. But while I'm under warranty, I want it to be documented, so I hire that out. But kind of expensive, honestly, that because I've driven so much. That's like that's like twice a year almost. It seems like I'm getting new fuel filters. So, but other than that, guys, it's been a pretty reliable truck. Other than the just typical diesel maintenance is more expensive, but you also get more capability. So this is how it goes. So there's the recalls, the reliability stuff. I have some good videos back on my channel. If you look back a couple years, if you're having some issues with your truck, it might be of service to you to watch some of those things. So after all the owning of this truck, all the driving I've done in this truck, here's what I've liked about it that's kind of stood out to me. Other than just overall, it's a pretty nice truck. The windshield. It's actually a pretty good windshield. I have some damage in it. There's a couple rock chips. I hear right here's the biggest one, if you can see that. But it's like a freaking golf ball size rock on the freeway that hit my windshield. So like it took a hit pretty good. And I've had some big stuff hit my windshield. I'm in Utah. There's always trucks kicking up stuff from construction and things. And I'm surprised my windshield isn't just fully shattered by now. I've had rocks hit it that have left no mark before, and I was just like dumbfounded how it didn't just like spider crack my windshield. So very thick windshields. They're durable for rock chips, but also it makes them super quiet. So this truck is very quiet to drive. It's very nice for road trips, actually, as far as quietness goes. The bench seat on this thing is amazing. It has a really nice bench seat. By nice, I mean it's just nice because it's actually soft. A lot of bench seats, especially the GM ones, it's like just this thin little pad over a piece of plywood board, and it was just really, really hard. This is the coveted seat in the car. My kids fight over it. My wife will even sit up here next to me sometimes on a date or whatever. Great bench seat, makes it a nice family vehicle. The interior overall is really nice interior. It's got great fit and finish to it. This is just a Laramie. It's like the lowest trim level with leather pretty much. Yet it's still just has a nice, the trucks are expensive, so it's nice when they also feel expensive. And so it's a really nice interior, got suede, heated, cooled seats, this nice big screen. CarPlay works without being hooked up to a wire, which is nice. And it's just a really nice interior. The fit and finish on it's really good actually too. Extra fit and finish isn't that great. I'll show you that here if you want on the dislikes part of it. But all this fit and finish of the interior, it just lines up really, really well. So whoever did the interior definitely is more detail oriented than whoever did the exterior of this truck and lined up the panels on the outside. But so yeah, I like the interior. It's nice place to hang out. You got tons of leg room. You know, some storage under the seat. There's storage under here on each side as well, which is nice. And these can come up and these fold out flat. So you can make a little big flat area for storage if you need to, and for moving stuff that maybe can't be in the bed of the truck. So yeah, amazing interior, a lot of leg room while having a full bed. I love that because I'll travel with, family of 6, tons of camping gear, coolers, totes full of sleeping bags and whatnot. And it's been a great truck to use with my kids. It tows really well, obviously. That's nice. Ground clearance is another thing that's definitely kind of, I think, unique to these trucks. They sit up really, really high. I think I have about like 17 inches of ground clearance from the front, I think is what the measurement is, to that bottom of my rock slider. And this is a stock height, so I'm pumped to get about a 2.5 inch leveling kit, 2 to 2.5 inch leveling kit, and some 37s will add, 3.5 inches to the front of that, which will be nice. But as it stands, I've actually been some decently crazy places, and no issues getting hung up on rocks because it sits up so high. So I love that about it. I love the headlights. They work really well. They're super bright. They have a quartering light as well on the bottom. So when I turn at night, it just lights up and shines to where I'm turning into. So I'm not turning it into the dark. That's awesome. And that's it for the likes. This just recently, but it's these wheels. I love the look of them. I don't love the thinness of them. They're 8-inch wide wheels. And so to get a bigger tire and a wider tire, I could get the size, but to get a wider tire that looks proper for the truck, I'd get new wheels, which is too bad because these were like $2,000. And so it's kind of a pain. It's a pain in the butt to have to get new wheels just to get a bit bigger, more off-road worthy tires. So that's my biggest dislike. It's just that the wheels that came on it were pretty thin, a 1/2 inch of more of width, and you could fit a 12.5 wide tire and be within spec, and that'd be great. It rides rough for everybody but the driver. The driver's seat is amazing because you're in control, but if you're a passenger seat somewhere, it's kind of a rougher ride, especially if you're off-roading. You just it's like nauseating. It's such a stiff truck. The sway bar is so stiff that it's a rough ride if you're not the driver in this truck. There could be more storage. Obviously, there's some storage, but there could be more. And then cup holders. There's if the bench seat's being used, all you have is a door cup holder on each side. And I wish there was some kind of maybe a pull out in the dash that could hold cups. Just because sometimes if it's a larger, like a fountain drink from a gas station, it can't fit in the door very well. Only a can will fit in the door. And so, and my kid has nowhere to put their drink. I have to hold it the whole time, which is kind of a pain in the butt sometimes. So I wish there was more of a better cup holder situation in the front, but that's not the end of the world. But that's just some things I wish were a little bit different. All right, guys, that wraps it up for my 65,000 mile ownership review. I hope you found the reliability stuff helpful, the likes, the dislikes. Anything I missed that just drives you crazy about the truck, let me know. Or something you love that I missed about it, let me know as well. But yeah, that kind of sums it up, guys. Remember, build is coming soon. So please follow along and give the channel some support. And I can't wait to announce some of the brands that I'll be kind of collaborating with for this build out. It's going to be awesome. And I think it'll give you guys some really good ideas for your own truck. So yeah, I look forward to that and having you come on that little journey with me. And as I figure that out and make this thing a genuine off-roading and towing machine. So, okay, guys, catch you next time.